then I think we are in a real big problem, a very big problem.
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has been campaigning pretty hard in defense of Ron DeSantis' so-called Don't Say Gay bill, which unfortunately passed into law just last month in the state of Florida. Greene is actually going after those openly opposed to the law, including the Walt Disney Company, by the way, by defaming them as pedophiles, which, I mean, it's just amazing how the right wing can go around accusing, smearing, libeling all sorts of people as pedophiles with no consequences. But what's really interesting is, since Disney has taken a stance on this issue, you have all of these, tough guy narratives coming from people like Marjorie Taylor Greene about how, in a recent interview on InfoWars with Alex Jones, she accused Walt Disney of sexualizing children and more. But you want to stick around for the ending to this story because there's a little twist and you don't want to miss it. First, the video, let's watch.
Folks over at Disney, which by the way have a long history of pedophilia over at Disney, hiring convicted pedophiles, you name it, tell him he doesn't give a damn about what they say. This is the attitude. We're done with you. We're not bullied by you. We're breaking with you now. You can't have our children, you devil-worshiping pedophiles. Congresswoman from Georgia to talk about this. It's good to see you there. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Alex. And I totally agree with you. At this point and stage in our history and what's happening in our country, every single person needs to be all hands on deck and protecting our children and stopping this radical sexualization of children. They're basically exploiting them, brainwashing them, indoctrinating them. And it's hard to believe that Walt Disney, the Walt Disney Company, would be the very place that this is happening. This is supposed to be the happiest place on earth, a place where innocence is celebrated, but it seems to be the place where innocence is actually under attack.
Marjorie Taylor Greene weighing in on innocence is definitely pretty hilarious. But for everything that she said there and how we need all hands on deck, what about your dollars, Marjorie Taylor Greene? Are you perhaps heavily invested in Disney? Since you have all this tough talk against the company, right? Against the corporation. Well, it turns out that she has about $45,000 in personal stock investments with this so-called child grooming company, as she'd like to call it. Entering 2021, Greene owned between $1,001 and $15,000 in Walt Disney stock, of course. Her most recent annual financial disclosure indicates Greene subsequently added Disney stock to her portfolio. She purchased shares valued at between $1,001 to $15,000 on August 31st, 2021, and then more shares valued in the same range on November 15th, 2021, congressional records show. She has not gotten rid of those shares, which is weird because it seems like she's helping to fuel a corporation that she thinks is engaging in, tainting the mind of innocence in this country.